Hi folks, welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi folks, welcome back. I'm going to play a couple of short clips here. And believe me, I take no joy in this. I'm angry. And I'm also sad. I'm sad for our country. I'm really, really sad about our future. I think we can turn it around. If anybody in the world can do it, it's the United States. Now, we're going to play one short clip here from a recent, I guess call it a press conference for lack of a better word, where the president he's just lost it. Let's listen.
For unvaccinated, we are looking at a winter of severe illness and death for unvaccinated. For themselves, their families, and the hospitals they'll soon overwhelm.
Now that's a lie. That's simply not true. The Omicron variant, I was watching the Daily Wire, and they were showing some very interesting stats about how, yes, you got a big spike in the reported cases. They had England, New York State, where I live, and South Africa. Now, there was a big spike, but then you look at the other graph, and the other graph is the deaths. And the deaths are almost zero compared to the number of infected. This virus, the Omicron virus, is obviously very weaker as far as death goes. My understanding of the little bit of research that I've done is the Omicron variant only affects the upper respiratory system, i.e. your nose, your sinuses. It doesn't affect your lungs. That's why the death rate is so low. So that's the deal. And then the President of the United States, in all of his senility, I don't know. I really don't. What nonsense he's fed. He's in a bubble anyway when you're president. You don't get to talk to very many average people. You only get the people that you're surrounded by, and they're all progressive nuts. And that's what he's been told. Mr. President, there's going to be millions that are going to die. Please do something. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. If you want to get a vaccine, God bless you. And a booster, consult with your doctor or do your own research. Sure. I have no problem with that. The vaccine, by the way, that was developed under the previous administration, it's crazy. Death in this is a week before Christmas. And the President of the United States is talking about death and misery this winter. My God. What the hell is going on? And then you're going to watch for this outburst here at Howard University. Joe's got to go. And I say that with no joy because Kamala Harris will become the President of the United States. And that scares the hell out of me. But this isn't a situation that we created. We're just going to have to put our head down and get through it. So let's listen.
Say something self-serving. I'm supposed to know an awful lot about foreign policy. I've known every major world leader in the last 40 years. I've spoken to over 140 heads of state since I've become president. You know what they'll ask me? Is America going to be all right?
This is one of the symptoms of senility, the anger response. He's getting a lot of grief, I'm sure, about the fact what happened in Afghanistan on the border of Ukraine and the southern border, which is technically foreign policy as well. Who's feeding them what information? I don't know. How much of the truth the American public are saying concerning Afghanistan, where he took the biggest hit. And this is the anger that comes through when you are in early stages of senility. I'm sorry, it's just true. I don't wish this on anyone, even Joe Biden, who I can't stand. I wouldn't wish this on anyone, but it's time for Joe to go. It's time to go. Let's listen to the rest.
What about democracy in America? Did you ever think you'd be asked that question by another leader? I'm not exaggerating, gentlemen. Leader of China, Xi Jinping, who I've met with more than any other world leader.
Well, I'm going to stop here. Well, I've met more than any world leader. Of course you have, because your family's made tens of millions off of China. But I digress.
And Putin. Both are very straightforward. Say democracies can't function in the 21st century because things are too complicated. They move too fast. In time to get a consensus which democracies require. That's why autocracies will rule the day.
Now, here's the thing. Is it time for Joe to go? Yeah. But then the question remains, what's best for the country? And I put up a little picture here with, you see President Biden riding a syringe. Some other shorted pictures of the geniuses we have running our country. Maxine Waters, AOC, some of the lowest IQs in Congress. Tucker Carlson calls Maxine Waters the lowest IQ in the House of Representatives. Nancy Pelosi, who I actually gave her a flattering picture. And several pictures of the president, Schumer, AOC, Kamala Harris. Is it in the best interest of the country for Joe to step aside now? Kamala Harris will be president of the United States. Will the Democrats see it as a form of weakness? If they're going to do it, they're going to do it now. When I say now, I mean January, February, before the heat of the midterms really comes up. But they're in a box. They're stuck. They're stuck with a slowly deteriorating president, mentally deteriorating, who's been supposed to be the moderate, the Uncle Joe, the guy that's supposed to be the buffer between the left-wing nuts and the right-wing nuts. Remember that con? Well, that's gone, obviously. What information he's being fed, and more importantly, what information is being kept from him, we'll never know. Or maybe we will years from now. But Kamala Harris as president is no joy either. So then the question goes back, what's the best for the country? Is it best that Joe Biden remains president through his term, or at least through the midterms of next year, or to resign due to health concerns in January, February, or March of next year? I don't know. It's a coin toss for me. It's a coin toss. Politically, as a conservative, I would love for President Biden to stay. And I know that sounds mean, but that's just the reality of politics. It's a tough game. It's a really tough game. I was involved with it locally for a few years in the 2000 when I was a city councilman. It's a tough and nasty and bitter and just dirty game. But that's the rules of the game. And I knew that going in. And I lasted for 8 years. I was term limited out. And just locally here, how bitter it is, let alone at that kind of level, the national level. So what do you guys think? You think Biden should go fairly quickly now? Say the spring of next year, the spring of 2022? Or should he try to stick it out as long as he can? What's best for the country? Because either way, Kamala Harris is going to be president. The Democrats are in a box. Kamala Harris is unacceptable. Joe Biden is unacceptable. They have to get rid of Kamala Harris before Joe Biden can resign, walk away, retire, whatever word they're going to use. He's not going to call it a resignation. They're going to call it a retirement. Whatever they call it, tomato, who cares? And is Kamala Harris going to leave? I wouldn't. Guaranteeing being president of the United States? Who the hell would walk away from that? Not me. So while they decide the future of our country, at least the direction it's going to take short term, we're at their mercy. And that's why I put up the sign, thanks Biden voters. I know millions of you Biden voters out there actually didn't know because you're in a little bubble when the news that you watch. You only watch one or two channels, like a lot of the younger people. I think they said, what was it, 70% of people under 25 get their news from Facebook? Holy crap. That's crazy. And they made the decision based on the little bit they were shown. The little tiny microscopic part of it they were shown and not shown the big picture. Uncle Joe isn't the moderate. And they're panicking. And when powerful people or powerful animals are wounded and are panicking, they lash out. They lash out. And what they're going to lash out is the American people. Are we tough enough to take it until the storm subsides? I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave in the comments. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.